Do you ever have the temptation to just give up and quit? Whether it's quitting the day, quitting the week, quitting your job, quitting anything, okay? We all have the temptation when things get hard. Sometimes you want to quit. It's easy to quit. It's like, that's it. I'm done with this shit, you know? Friday, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, it's like, to hell with this shit. Monday, you're picking up the pieces, right? But I'll tell you what, I was cycling the other day, 90 minutes. 90 minutes might not seem like a long time, but when you got a leaderboard and you got competition and you got people that would love nothing more than to say that they destroyed you, 90 minutes feels like a very long time because it's all out, high intensity 90 minutes. And you know what? I start cycling and it's about 30 minutes in, I'm like, okay. I think I got this, right? Hit 45 and I'm like, I think I'm done. I'm halfway in. I got to keep going. And like I said, this is high intensity, like sweat's beating down. Like this is like all uphill. Like it's just, it's not an enjoyable thing, right? I had a bottle of water. Bottle of water's done, right? All those things. I didn't have any other fluids, whatever. Just had to keep going. So it's amazing in the sense that like when you think you're done at 45 minutes, what happens when you get to, let's say, I just started splitting up and saying I can go another 5 minutes. I mean, I even got down to increments when I said I can go another 30 seconds. And then I just go 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. Anyway, eventually, I got to the 90 minutes and I felt tremendously accomplished. I was not embarrassed. I made it through. It felt like a journey, okay? It felt like a journey. It was just traveling, just a journey, okay? Now, the lesson in all of this, and it's not just whether you're cycling, and maybe 90 minutes to you is like easy, right? I got no problem. I got cycled for 24 hours, right? If Jesse Itzer's watching this, he's probably like, I cycled for 48 hours straight, Mike. What are you talking about 90 minutes? Anyway, all I can say is that endurance develops every time you reject the temptation to quit. Whenever you quit is when you truly fail and you rob yourself of any opportunity to grow. When you reject the temptation to give up, when things get really hard, when things are not going your way, when you're taking all sorts of hits, whatever it is, when you just don't feel like going, you're tired. I mean, you could have every excuse in the book, and you get COVID, like this year we all got COVID. You can quit. You can say, you know what, that's it for 2020. I will try again in 2021. However, if you ever hear the story of the man who was 3 feet from gold, okay? There's all sorts of stories about this, about how you never know how close you really are to accomplishing whatever it is that you set out to accomplish, how dark things get before they get bright, So, but the reality of it is, every time you quit on something, every time you give up on something, you send a message to yourself that that's just what you do. That's how you do things. How you do that is going to be how you do something else. You quit something as simple as, cycling for 90 minutes. You might quit something else in your life later that day, later that week, later that month, and so on. But if you establish the habits of that endurance, you build something no one else can take away from you. True value in yourself, self-worth, confidence, capability, all those different things. And most importantly, endurance. And I'm sure we could all endurance is a wonderful thing to have right now when you're in a global pandemic and you have all this uncertainty. You don't know how things will be a month from now, a week from now, several months from now. Who knows? But like I said, if you want to develop that endurance, you got to reject the temptation to quit. And sometimes it's just that feeling of discomfort that you have for maybe 3 seconds, 5 seconds, or whatever it is. And you just decide, you know what? I want to quit, but I'm not going to quit. Have a great one.